Hi there, thanks for joining me again. This is one of my first week of YouTube videos, sending out tarot card messages every day for anybody who would like them. So today is Wednesday the 12th of October, and I'm going to pick a couple of tarot cards for you. I hope you're well, hope you've had a nice week so far. And let's see what the cards have in store for us today. I must say I've really enjoyed doing these videos. It's been a real learning curve for me. I'm really not very technical. I just spent 10 minutes wondering why my camera wasn't working and realised it's because the battery was on charge in the plug socket over there. So this is the kind of level of technical expertise that I'm dealing with. So the fact these are on YouTube at all is really pushing myself out of my comfort zone and a real challenge. So thank you for being part of it. So let's see what we've got in store today for Wednesday. And we'll see what cards come up. All right. So, interesting. Okay, we've got, I keep saying interesting, Temperance. Now, Temperance is a major arcana card, and it's number 14. If you know anything about tarot, the Fool is at 0, and then the rest of the major arcana cards go from 1 to 21. And this card is number 14, which obviously comes after number 13, which is Death. So the idea being that when you've had major shifts and transformations in your life, you need to just kind of take a minute and take a breath and be in the moment. And I do feel that this card is really relevant for a lot of us at the moment, because I am noticing in my own life and friends and family, and just some of you that are saying these messages are really resonating with you at the moment, that there seems to be just a seismic shift of everything going on at the moment on a collective level, but also very deeply personal levels too. And they can be really, whether they're welcome change, unexpected change, or something that you really didn't want or was really fighting against, however it comes into your life, you do need that moment to just readjust. Now, Temperance is all about balance. And in times when life's a little bit stressful, we can tend to tip the balance a little bit. So you might find you're not sleeping, or you're trying to sort of overcompensate and trying to cope that you're fine and actually you're not. You may feel that you're really out of your normal routine, as in all the things that you would normally do to keep yourself very level-headed and grounded, and you're just feel like a ball in a pinball machine, just going from place to place and just trying to cope. So when this card comes in, it really is a reminder that we have to just check in with ourselves to make sure that we're okay. And it's also a reminder to admit that you're not okay, It's okay to not be okay, I guess is the message that I kind of want to say here. This lady is sitting and she's in a very tranquil surroundings. She's got one foot in the water and one foot on the ground there. And she's just watching what she's doing. And I don't know if you can see what she's doing, but she's pouring 1 cup of water into 1 cup of fire. Okay? And I guess that's just about the fact that, you've got these very different parts of your life that are made up, and some things are good and some things are bad, and you've got to try and manage it all. But I really feel like the card here is just reminding us to take a little bit of time out and just think, am I actually okay? And when it comes into the idea of balance as well, if there's anything that you're doing excessively at the moment, okay, then, some bad habits that are maybe falling into really bad habits, then just have a little chat with yourself and see if you're actually feeling okay, or if perhaps you maybe need to curb a few of your, say, extreme tendencies. Okay, so I've got that card come here, and that, as I said before, the major cards for me are very much about the universe giving us a message. Now, we've had some quite transformational cards recently, so I do think that's just a little hand on your shoulder going, is everything all right, you know? So that's what I feel like the universe is doing, you know. But don't forget, you know, the universe has got your back, and hopefully you'll feel a little bit supported with that card coming through for you today. Because life is hard, you know, and sometimes you do feel like you're a little bit out of control. But, you know, anything like breathing, meditation, or just sitting quietly, eating a bowl of chocolate, having a cup of tea, you know, all those things can really, really help. Now let's see if we can shed a bit of light onto why that card come out. Got two, but okay. Well, we're back to that old moon again, aren't we? Now, funnily enough, I read on a website page today that this full moon in Aries was a really big shift, and I do feel that people are still coming down from that energy. Now, for those of you that know a little bit about astrology, I'm no expert, but I do know there's an eclipse season coming up. And again, it's like being catapulted from one big energy to the next. And it's all to do with the moon cycles. So the fact that these are two major arcana cards as well, I just feel like the message is, you know what? We do know that all this kind of planetary activity is shaking the world up a little bit. And I saw the moon today on my ride to work, and it was huge in the sky, but it was in the morning, and I always think it is literally a wake-up call when you see the moon first thing in the morning. It's quite a special thing to see. But yeah, I feel this goes back to the theme that we've had through the whole week. And if you haven't seen the earlier videos, do have a look and see if they resonate with how this week has gone for you. Because it was this idea that the energy from the full moon that was on Sunday is really shaking things up and really made us have to let go of things or change things, or realising that, you know, things are not quite as they were. But I think what's really lovely for these two cards that we've got is that idea that we're all in it together. This is cards, major cards, so it's coming down to say that whoever is listening to this feel that this is the universe saying, do you know what, I know you've got a lot going on, and I know you're finding it hard. We are there for you, we are supporting you. And I know somebody wrote on a message to me this week that they felt alone, and one of the things that I did say to them is you're never really alone. If you're a spiritual person and you're listening to this video, then it's because you do believe that there's something more than just this earth. And I really do believe that. That's my belief anyway. And I do feel that we're always surrounded by our loved ones and our guides. So just going back to the Temperance card, if you do feel that this full moon has just rocked your world a little bit and left you a bit shaken, even if you are sitting on your own, there's no harm in just speaking out loud and just, you know, listening to your own thoughts out loud, but also the people that are supporting you, your guides, your loved ones that are always there for you, will very often show a little sign in some way that they are listening to and that they're there for you. And when I say sign, unfortunately they can't, you know, write you a letter, but you might hear suddenly their favourite song or a really meaningful song on the radio, or you've switched the telly on and it's a film that, you know, resonates with you and somebody some way, or you might see a feather coming out of the sky and landing in front of you, or a little robin. These are all really lovely signs that we aren't alone. So I'm really very aware that these cards today are just highlighting the fact that, you know, there's some big stuff going on. So I hope that has really supported you in hearing these messages. I would love to hear if this has resonated, so please do write a comment in my comments if you'd like to add anything to what I've said today. And as I mentioned on the earlier 2 or 3 videos that I've done, this is my first week putting in videos, so please do like and subscribe, or share this to people that you think might benefit from these messages. Now I will be back tomorrow with another 2-card reading, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you all again then. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.